Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, so this is the third video in the series of me tidying up different areas in my yard. I hope you guys are enjoying it. This one's going to be a little bit tougher because I already dug up my goji berry and moved it, but I've got all those blackberries to deal with. So I'm going to start right here on the corner. This is foxglove, this is lemon balm. Believe it or not, there's a lilac in there. So I'm going to cut all this back so I can bring some color up to this area as well. I hope you guys can see the bottom. Now I've already harvested so much lemon balm this year that I'm not too worried about chopping it back. I have a few other places on the property that I've chopped back quite heavily, which are going to come back, so I got lots. Trying not to cut down the lilac that's buried in here, but I might have to take some of it off anyway, just to clean it up. That's a good thing about gardening. It all comes back. It always comes back, if we allow it, right? This here, all of this area was nothing before. There was no gardens, there was no anything. It was just grass. And then I realized after I had, because we have the chickens and the goats here for so long, I realized that all my medicinals that I was throwing them scraps to were all growing over here, which made it wonderful because they had fresh food that was, you know, bioavailable for them too. So they were happy. But with the predators, you guys, I had to take a break for the chicken safety too, right? There's no point in having chickens if you have so many predators that you can't keep them safe. So we had hawks, eagles, coyotes, opossums, field mice or whatever they are. What else did we have? We had the stray cats. Everything was after the chickens. Now, chickens are pretty tough, but still, I mean, if an eagle swoops down and takes one, there's nothing they can do, nothing I could do. And they were starting to land right here beside the chicken coop, the hawks and the eagles. They would sit in the wisteria tree and they would hunt them. And then the coyotes would come in at night and dig holes all under the fences. And the opossums, they would just be inside the chicken coop area, stealing the eggs, and then squirrels. And you know, since I got rid of the chickens to respite the land, all those things are gone. Well, the eagles stay out in the field, the hawks. They just don't come onto the property, right? So it's good. It's good. Maybe another year and I will get chickens again, but this will give it a nice break and break the pattern of wildlife, right? It really is about pattern. They get used to going somewhere to get food, right? So, yeah, I just want to break that pattern. Now, I smell mint. So I'm thinking somewhere in here there's mint. But I've also got these ivy and my carnations, which I'm just going to cut back. I also have some mullein here, and I am going to leave it. And right now, I'm just noticing, you guys see that one? There's another mullein right there. Oof, my glove came off. So that's fun. I love my mullein. Now, I'm still watching the roads and the highways regarding going to do my harvest. Because, of course, there's fires, right? And when there's fires, they close the roads. They don't let you into areas, which I don't really understand, but it is what it is. So yeah, I'm watching the weather. Right now, I'm okay. I can still get in there. I'm planning on going and I don't know, a week. Again, still waiting to get my truck fixed because with the exhaust so loud on a long trip like that, there's chances I could do damage to the motor, right? Because it's just blowing right outside. So, trying to be mindful of that. But I do need to harvest this year. So if I can't go to my normal spot, I may have to go look for somewhere else that isn't in the fire zones. But we'll see what happens. So this right here is a foxglove that's trying to come back. So I'm going to let it come back because they're pretty. I mean, they're toxic. They're not a medicinal foxglove. And don't confuse them with comfrey. Some people say that you can confuse them. I don't know how you would confuse them, but nevertheless, be mindful. Know what they look like, right? All right. You know, you guys, I never used to think about snakes when I was gardening, right? And then someone asked me in one of my comment sections in my video, do you ever get snakes? And I thought about it and I said, well, I've never really thought about it before. Well, not even a week later, you guys, I was out in the garden. Sure enough, I almost grabbed a snake. So now it's on my mind. I have not seen another one since. So I'm pretty happy. I probably freaked it out because I was just as surprised by it as it was of me. And, oh, you guys should smell the lemon balm. It's so beautiful. Okay. Now, you guys probably can't even see what I'm doing. Anyways, on this side, I have a hosta that I don't really want to rip out. But it's been buried for so long. And I don't know if it's going to grow very well. We'll see. We will see what happens this late in the year if my hosta bounces back. Well, that's looking a little bit better. You can actually see my lilac now. So now I have to be careful. Because in amongst all of this are blackberry thorns. And they're not forgiving. This ivy. Did you guys know that you can make soap, dish soap, laundry soap out of English ivy? Maybe I should do a video. Wouldn't that be fun? I've never tried it, but I know it. The only time I was able to get rid of the English ivy is when we had goats, because they ate everything. And then they left, and the blackberries came back, and the ivy came back. Okay. Now I'm going to do this. Okay. Doesn't really look like I've done much. Wait, what can you guys see? I think you can see all right. So now I'm going to move kind of this way. So this is fleabane, and I am going to harvest this. This one is no good. It's already spent. See how the flowers have already turned brown? It's no good for medicinals, but these are all fresh and brand new. So I'm going to come down here. Get it. and I just cut them as low to the ground as I can. And all the flowers and leaves on here that are clean are medicinals. I'm just going to leave them in the old greenhouse and let the bugs crawl off of them. All right. Now, the mullein I want to keep, but I need to start giving it some water because it's not happy. Woo! Okay. These are chives. This is exactly where my goji berry was, and I only moved it not even a week ago. And the whole spot is just overrun with ivy already. Alright, well, I'm going to add in a couple of photos when I'm finished. Hopefully you guys see a difference. Put it in the comments. If you're enjoying the series, if you see a difference, what kind of things you might want to plant in these areas. Down below where I was doing earlier is full shade. It gets a little sun in the evening. My midsection gets both. This right by the greenhouse gets full sun, and this area gets full sun. So I got to figure out what's going to go in there to give it a pop of color. Hopefully I can get these blackberries under control. You guys see how many there are? I got to pick them again. My freezer's filling up with blackberries and blueberries, and I didn't even get to the apples. I didn't even make apple cider vinegar this year, you guys. They're all gone, and I don't know. It seems like everything came a bit late, and now it's in super fast mode. So I'm trying to keep up, and that's it. I hope you guys are having a super fantastic day. Smash a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Okay guys, I finished this area. I still have to cut back further the stuff behind the planter, but I planted some new stuff. I have some calendula, I put some borage in there, some mint. I boxed in my mullein just because I want to keep an eye on them, and I changed my garden bed layout because I want to watch a plant that I think is going to grow there, and I'm really excited. On this side I planted a couple of mums. I've got my chives I still need to cut back. I haven't planted that mum yet, giant marigold here yet, because I found something amazing when I was weeding here. Now I told you guys that I moved my goji berry. There's still another piece. There's a piece in there, so it's going to continue to live there. We'll see what happens. It looks all right. Now on the other side, I didn't give you guys a before, but I want to show you what I've done. I've just planted, I had some mums here, I had some fern here, I put some dusty miller in there, I think that's called amaranth, and that's my oregano. It's always been there, and I planted some calendula and some nasturtiums in the corner. And I have a blue type of a morning glory that's right there, so we'll see if that comes to life. And that's pretty much it. Hang on here, sorry. I think you guys are on an angle. I know, you hear from my camera skills, I get it. Anyways, that's it for this section, and I'm going to keep moving down that way. So now I have to tackle the next side of this garden bed, the grapes, the blueberries, and keep heading down towards the lilac. Once I'm done that, it should be smooth sailing, right? So I hope you guys are enjoying this series. This was a bit of a longer video. My apologies, it's a bigger area, and I forgot to show you that before I started. I also took out, there was an area here that had a trellis where I was growing beans. I took that right out of here, got rid of the wood, and I'm still taking apart more of the old greenhouse. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Smash the thumbs up, and I will see you in video number 4. Bye.